guys already know this. And I'm happy to introduce Anna Tracy. Anna is a sophomore graphic design major, and she's come up with a very creative product. And the name of the product is Emajin Shoes. So take it away.
All right, hey guys. All right, hey guys, my name's Anna Tracy, and I am the CEO and founder of Emajin Shoes. Emajin Shoes turns shoes into a vehicle to help express team spirit the way a hat or a t-shirt would, while also supporting youth art departments across the United States. The team consists of myself as the CEO and founder, Kevin Tracy, who is an advisor and operations director and sources products from offshore manufacturers in China. Jeff Wisdom is our first investor and an advisor, and also a fifth-generation CEO. Dr. William Dougan and Dave G. are the directors of Launchpad and also mentors and advisors throughout my startup process. The problem is professional sports team merchandise is old, it's boring, it's been the same for many years. For NCAA fans, there's a lack of opportunity to stand out from the crowd. For sororities, it's hard to create brand differentiation because there are so many organizations at each school. And there's rapid deterioration of K through 12 schools across the United States. Statistics show that there's over 4 million elementary schools across the US that no longer have youth art programs. What are we going to do about it? I have hand-painted and customized just over 300 pairs of these to date. And on the left, you see the Chicago Blackhawks. In fact, there was a customer who wore them to a bar in Chicago, and the manager actually came out and said, I need everyone on my staff wearing these because they are just that awesome. On the right, you see the Green Bay Packers. You've got your NCAA fans, such as yours truly, the Whitewater Warhawks, and UW-Madison, not only NCAA branded merchandise, but along with other organizations such as Scotty Nation.
Yes, nice.
Also, you have sororities and teams. On the left, you have 24 pairs of my very first team order for a high school dance team. On the right, you see Sigma Kappa sorority shoes. There's 4 potential markets. You've got your professional sports team fans, NCAA sports team fans, high school fans, and sorority members. On top of all that, we have the Project Emajin Foundation, where 5% of all profits will go towards art programs in need across the United States. There'll be a monthly Emajin K-12 school design competition, and the best design will be then selected to receive that 5% to go towards supplies, staff, or anything they may need to help their art programs thrive. We will be selling these for $75 per pair, and the cost of goods sold would be $25. That includes the shoe and the production of the shoe. And at the end of your purchase, you'll have the option to contribute just a little bit more than you already have by the optional Emajin Foundation donation. Some competitors consist of people like myself who are selling direct, and you have the individual sellers through Etsy, which is an online marketing experience for artists like myself to sell their own products. Our advantage is we've got the Project Emajin Foundation, so our money is being put to good to support kids. And we will be available in mass quantities with a quicker turnaround time. We will also be officially licensed merchandise by the professional, sports, NCAA, and sororities. Our very first sale was back in October of 2011, and that same day I sold my first 15 pairs. I got my Launchpad acceptance earlier this January, and I got myself covered with an LLC the very next day. By May 1st of this year, I will have secured a manufacturer. By June 1st, I will have secured licensing for my first team, and by July 1st to have my very first pilot test run. Our forecast is, well, up to date, we have made $18,500 worth of revenue, and if we stick to our milestones, we will have reached by the end of next February just under $200,000. Over the course of the next 3 years, we see Emajin thriving and growing at a nonstop rate. By the end of 2019, we will be at just about $2 million of net profit. I am seeking a $100,000 investment to secure both NCAA and professional licensing agreements, also to get our initial product runs going, launching marketing efforts, our e-commerce site, and social media. Also, the direct sales with the NCAA, pro sports teams, sororities, and helping the Project Emajin Foundation. Imagine the opportunities. Judges?
Do you see any issues with the licensing process in regard to getting?
Yes. It is $500,000 a year to get all rights to every NCAA team. And we found a cost-effective solution for about $5,000 to $7,000 to get one school at a time. So to get going and getting our feet underneath us, we're going to choose one school to start and for a less cost-effective solution.
So on that point, you might want to look at even some of the other alternative licensing angles. So you're probably familiar with the Collegiate Licensing Company, but if you were to go to a school like Whitewater, they're actually not a member of that, or they used to
Okay.
not be. And there's actually a separate organization that handles those schools, and it might be a lot cheaper and
Okay.
nice way to build a beachhead. But question, how do you currently sell your products? Is it just word of mouth, or how do you sell them?
Almost every sale is by word of mouth, and I have some social media pages that people will look at, but then they're referenced by others, so it's entirely based off of previous customers.
As you scale, how do you maintain the quality, assuming that you're right now the lead kind of designer and an artist? How do you, like, if you get a huge order, how are you going to be able to fulfill that, maintaining the same?
Yeah, well, we are in contact with an offshore manufacturer to get, we will be screen printing these. There are printers out there that do print directly with acrylic paint. So there's two ways we can go about that. We can print on the material first and then send it off to be made and constructed into the shoe itself, or we can have it directly printed on the shoe. Just whatever turns out the best quality.
This is a technical question. Are they always like kits like this? Is the design best on a shoe like this, or can other styles of shoes, will that work for that as well?
Well, there are several styles that you can get. It just has to be, the material is very specific. It has to be a canvas material to be able to absorb the paint and be able to put the sealant on there so that it is waterproof, and customers can take a wet ones and just wipe it right off if there is to be mud or dirt on there. So, but it depends on the customer's taste in shoe. They can spend $55 on a pair of Converse or $15 at Target on a pair. It really is up to them.